Download the Try 99 TV app on any smart device and subscribe to In the Zone Sports Talk Television. The cost is $4.95. Thank you in advance for your support. Now, let's get into the DMV Sports Talk Show. Welcome to the best evening sports show on the planet, the DMV Sports Talk Show, with your host, Razul McGee from Springfield, Virginia. We keep you updated on all sports in the DMV with the In the Zone Sports Talk Radio Network. And be sure to download the Try 99 TV app on any smart device and subscribe to In the Zone Sports Talk Television. The cost is $4.95. Thank you in advance for your support. Now, let's get into the DMV Sports Talk Show.
Welcome to another fantastic evening sports show that you won't hear in any other place or state. I'm your host, night show host, evening show host, Razul McGee. And DMV, we've got something that you wouldn't believe. Sit back, relax, kick up your feet, because I'm about to give you the sports of what you need. So, with that being said, let's get it popping. We are talking about Commanders, Washington Wizards, DC United, DC Defenders, Baltimore Orioles, and Washington Capitals. Also, make sure that you call in 512-543-4662. I say again very slowly, 512-543-4662. Make sure you state who you are and where you represent. That way we can actually get the conversation going and actually vibe. So don't be shy. Speak what you believe about your team. So with that being said, let's start the show. So we got some really good news and some bad news. And what do I mean by that? During every year after the season has ended, we try to figure out who's going to stay, who's going to go, who's going to, boast our roster, who's going to, leave or departure and soon or later. Well, we really got some good news. I think it was yesterday, or was it today? I think it was yesterday. We got tight end ZACK ERTZ from a former Arizona, former Philly guy, tight end. This guy actually creates matchups and be a matchup nightmare for, opponents. I think this is a great pickup, especially in the red zone. I think he could actually help us in the red zone. I know we had a really good red zone efficiency, but it wasn't sustainable. It didn't turn into a W, mostly turned into a loss and self-destruct in the fourth quarter. I think this is potentially a good thing. Now, keep in mind, we do have two other tight ends that actually can produce that same type of percentage in the red zone. I'm talking about John Bates and Cole Turner. I have said on this show millions of times, if we can get John Bates in a right position and Cole Turner in a go route, these individuals actually produce a lot of offense, especially for us, the Commanders. Now, keep in mind, Dan Quinn has a plethora of new faces on the team. I just looked at the transitions, and I see on the roster that my man not there no more. Cam Curl. Why is Cam Curl gone? Cam Curl should not be gone at all. At all. And what's the problematic thing is that Cam Curl was the prime staple of consistency for the defense of the Commanders, regardless of Jack Del Rio and what have you. I don't understand it. Then you're putting Kendall Fuller on special teams, practice squad. Why? That doesn't make any sense to me. You put him in nickel. That's what he's used for. His height is used for nickel. He excels in the slot. You don't put him in a primary defense because they'll pick him apart. But if you have him in a slot with the receiver his height or even a little bit higher, he can still defend. So my thing is, right off the bat, there's something wrong here. And I'm thinking they're going to go defense in the second round. And it's not going to be good. I feel it in my bones. In my bones. And that's horrible, because now I spoke highly of Dan Quinn and I see the strategy. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it at all. But lucky for me, I have a team of expert opinions about the Commanders and what they do. I'm going to have a call, multiple calls coming in, and I got to ask the fans, what is going on? Why is this happening? What is this, good, bad, or you think it was going as planned? I don't think going as planned is something that I would say, but I would say that it's close enough. But I got to have some reassurance here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and look at the draft picks that we have, right, in order. So I think we have a caller here. This might be Big Steve. Let me see. Big Steve, you here?
Yes, I am. Wasu, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. What's going on with you?
Not much. Smart pick to get ZACK first, 7-time Pro Bowler from Philly. And he played 1 year for Arizona with PITTSBURG, offensive coordinator.
I agree.
But bad to give up Cameron Curl. But Cameron Curl, if they would have put the franchise tag on him, he would have made $21 million guaranteed, and that's not good. So
here's the thing.
A bunch of free.
Before you start, here's the thing about that.
Okay.
Cam Curl, even though Cam Curl would have made $21 million, the thing about that is it's based off performance. Now, that's incentives that he has completed over the years with the Commanders. You cannot deny the man the right to get that $21. We're sacrificing his body, his hands, his knees, his feet for the Commanders. Yes, he was paid when they drafted him. Yes, they were paid over the course of the years that was there. He is a veteran for a reason. He is there to lock down a position that he knows very well.
But what happened is, the last 2 years, we was next to last at pass defenses. And he was good the first 2 years he was with Washington. But the next 2 years, he was suspect. And I think he lost a lot of things. He was suspect, and that's when we went. Remember, we was number 2 in defense when he first got here. We was number 3 his second year. Then we went from number 3 to number 31, and then 31 again, and he was suspect. And,
all right.
And fell on him.
Let me ask you a question.
And that's,
Let me ask you a question. Is that on him or Jack Del Rio?
I blame both of them.
You can't though. You can't.
I'm gonna tell you why it's both of them. I'm gonna tell you why. Cam Curl, he was suspect that, most of the long passes, because remember, we put him as safety, not cornerback.
Exactly.
They should have put him as the cornerback and not safety.
Okay.
And remember, a lot of people would have called a lot of bombs.
But Jack Del Rio.
Go
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Jack Del Rio we had no linebacker. We had none, slim to none, you know. And if we would have had some linebackers, it would have been no problem. Because linebackers would have covered the tight ends and the running backs, and the safeties and stuff would have been good. But we had no linebackers, and we got bombed to high heaven, and that was part of KURL's fault. So it is what it is. I can't wait to, like you said, the draft April 26th. So I can't wait for it.
Okay, so I hear what you're saying, but there's still a problem in that. After you acknowledged that he was supposed to be NCB versus safety, you also have to encounter. Yeah. You also have to encounter that they were using most of Benjamin St. Jude throughout the coverages that Jack Del Rio was putting on the field, which took away KURL's ability to cover. Now, here's where the problem arose. You cannot call cover zero every single time from every single player.
So right.
And then
you are so right.
And then what you do is you put that player on an island by himself, which causes a lot of problems, which gives the player no help over him. So all they had to do was lob the football over KURL, and guess what? Boom, touchdown. So that is not KURL's fault. That is Jack Del Rio being a dummy, being really stubborn, saying, well, we're going to continue on doing this, and we're going to continue on doing this until we get it right, which puts the team in a disadvantage and puts more of a advantage on the opponent who's killing us in the game. And not only that, but before I get to that, we have another caller. We go by Coach, but her name is Marilyn Myers, the Cactus Wonder. How you doing, Marilyn?
Definitely. Hey.
How you doing, Marilyn? I gotta give you the best introduction ever. If not, then I'm not doing my job.
I love it.
So I'm let me go back to my statement, and then I'll let Coach chime in. So when you have coverages like that, and you don't put the players in their best positions to win, i.e. Kendall Fuller against the Bears, point example, you tend to use them as a paperweight so that way you can stop the bleeding. But the bleeding is already too big for you to stop. And that's what we did in all the games, mostly the ones we lost. And we tried to stop the bleeding before it became too big of a problem. And Ron Rivera gave the weak commentary at the end of every post game, which made me realize that he had absolutely no clue how to defend the powerhouses that we had to play against. It was not until Denver we saw that we had a chance to get back in the game. Why? Because their defense was doing exactly what they've been doing all season, and that is not cover two, but zone. They were doing zone, and that was like the typing of the icing on the cake for Scary Terry, and Scary Terry lit it up. And then that's when we started to see more of a chance to win the game. But in the other games, such as the Giants game, the Giants knew exactly what Jack Del Rio was going to do. They hoped it, they prayed it, and he was like, I'm going to grant you your wish and then some. We're going to put KURL over there.
Copy of the whole thing.
Exactly. And that's why I said you cannot blame KURL for the mistakes he made on the field, because that's not his natural position. What you're trying to do is you're trying to put the most talented player in a position and saying he's going to outperform and then be the star of the show. And then you go and say, here's another point I want to make, and then I'll let Coach chime in. Jamin Davis, perfect example. You cannot put Jamin Davis in a coverage where you're covering a running back, where he's meant to be up in gap B, taking on the quarterback. He has the speed, he has the awareness. You cannot put him in open space and hoping that he'll tack him and then coverage. He was lucky. He was so lucky when he batted that ball down. And I'm thinking, wow, he's not Robert Smith. He was not on the defense with Jim Haslett when we won the 2012 NFC Championship in 2012 with RG3. He is not Robert Smith. Jamin Davis is the person that can run east and west and north and south, but you can't put him 10 to 15 yards deep covering a what is it, secondaries? What is it, secondary wide receiver or slot receiver? Slot receiver, excuse me. You can't have him cover a slot receiver, because if that slot receiver has more speed than him, he's gone to the house. Now you gambled. Now you gambled, and now you look stupid on national TV. Coach, help me out. What is it? Why did they let go of Cam Curl?
Lord. I thought it was stupid. I thought he is one of the top 10, and then the whole NFL top 100. I'm like, y'all are nuts.
Yeah. I know. I agree with you. You're giving, like I kept telling listen, when I, everybody knows when I say, when you give another team your prize stars, they excel and we look stupid. That's our culture. When new regime comes in here, they don't sit there and evaluate. They're like, I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. Everybody gone. I'm going to bring my own people in. What do you like, this guy? No, let him go. All right, cool. What?
Okay, was Cam playing safety?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yet he didn't get to play what he is really good at. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it's like what you were saying.
Yeah.
That's the problem right there.
Yeah.
They should have put him in the position that he knows and show them, how he can play, and he is good. No,
I agree. My initial point, and I believe both of y'all agree with this assessment. When you have Kendall Fuller, perfect example as well as Jamin Davis. If you have Kendall Fuller in that Bears game Monday night, and you put him in a island against a top 255-pound wide receiver, you're going to get torched. There's no way, unless he has a big block in his hand to knock the living daylights out of that wide receiver, you ain't going to catch him one-on-one without that brick. Now, don't get me wrong. I know why he was there, because Emmanuel Forbes was getting killed. I understand that. You don't put him there. You put him in nickel. You double team him with another CB and a safety. You do not put your nickel guy who's going to cover the slot or a running back in the game to cover a 250-pound wide receiver. Yes, he could jump high. Yes. Guess who else could jump high? That wide receiver. So you throw it up enough for the wide receiver to get, guess who's going to win? Pretty much the wide receiver, because he's built like a wide receiver, not a CB. See, that's my problem with coaching, folks. When you're a coach, you're supposed to coach the fundamentals, not put your 5'7" CB / nickel on the field to take on a 255-pound wide receiver. It's like putting Derrick Henry, right, on the field, and then you putting your linebacker against him. Your O-line against him, and think, okay, O-line, what I want you to do is chase after him and strip the ball. He's gonna look at you as like, listen, I don't need to be on this team for now because you're gonna make me get hurt, and I'm gonna look stupid on TV. So I'm gonna just go ahead and resign from them. Why you resign and go chase after Henry? Sir, you're dumb. All right, I see what you're saying.
Well, they're letting Fuller go too, aren't they?
No, I don't think they're gonna let go of Forbes because Forbes is a commodity. Forbes
No,
is.
I meant Fuller.
Fuller? No, they put. Oh, I'm glad you brought up Fuller's name.
I saw his name.
Yes.
At the bottom of the screen.
Yes.
On NFL Network, and I was like, "Oh, they get ready."
No,
they get rid of some good players.
I know, that's my point. They put Fuller on the practice squad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? Why did you put Fuller? See, this is my point. This is my point exactly, folks. Now you bring in a regime that doesn't do any evaluation. They just see they put the size and they see, they don't look at tape. You have a whole month of February and March to look at tape, and you're just going to toss people out. Come on, man. Really?
That's not the way to evaluate. No,
this is why I question Dan Quinn's ability to be on this team. He's going to put in competitive people. I get that. I see that. I like that. But don't let go of talented players to do that. They're still veterans you can use on the team. Now, let me. We got a new caller. I got to introduce him, and then I'll get back to my point. This is the whole co-host of the Enhanced Sports Show that's on 4 to 6 p.m. And that's another other than Louis Tenor. Lou, how you doing, bro?
All right, thank you, Russell.
Always
on the show as well.
Hey, man, I do it all the time on the show when it's my turn. But I appreciate you being here because you're going to help me out a little bit. But let me get to my thought. You don't take the veterans that helped you in battling teams in your division, and then say, you know what, you did enough. Scoot on out. We're going to bring some rookies in that's, younger and faster than you. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. Because those individuals that you kick out, it's going to help another team excel. Here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm going to say. There's some good things, like I said in my beginning of my intro. There's some good news and there's some bad news. So for right now, there's more good news. Well, I'd say it's evenly balanced. I'm going to say there's some good news and bad news that we're balanced in this organization right now, that it should be more good news than bad news. But here's what's happening good wise. We signed Zach Ertz, right? That was a big plus. We have another caller just roll in, and this is Winooski Jira. How you doing, Jira?
Hey, long time no see.
I know you. Hey, I'm glad that you could come in. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We just got a whole bunch of questions that's coming in, but let me get to my thought, and then I'll go back to the panel. So the good news is that we just signed Zach Ertz, former Arizona tight end, former Philly, tight end as well. Good addition. I think he can help us in the red zone, along with Cole Turner and John Bates. Here's another good news, folks. Tennessee Titans just let go of Derrick Henry, and we have $96 million in cap. I would not be mad if we get Derrick Henry, and I'm pretty sure it would be the most exciting thing the DMV will have ever seen. Not only that, folks, I'm also happy, and I'm pretty sure the AFC is laughing as well. Buffalo, I'm you know what, Buffalo fans, I am so sorry. I don't know why that happened. I really don't, but I don't think he can really help you guys. But what the name I'm about to say, it's going to have me scratching my head until I get off the show. Mitch Trubisky. Yeah.
I got something to say about Derrick Henry.
Okay, hold on. I let me say this.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, no, you good. Mitch Trubisky is now a Buffalo Bill, folks. What is going on? Why they sign this man? This man threw more interceptions in Pittsburgh than any other Pittsburgh Steeler. So why would you sign him in Buffalo? You're telling Josh Allen, oh, you need a backup? Josh Allen is a backup. He's a backup running back. He's a backup defender. He can actually dunk a ball if there was a basketball court in the end zone. He can actually do it all. Why do you need Mitch Trubisky to help? What, he's going to hold the net? I think he's going to hold the net. I don't know. But here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm going to say. We have, like Steve always tell me, we have a cap that's ready to be willing to bring talent into DC. I get it. I want that. But don't take your talent that's already there. You build on it. It's like taking Michael Jordan and telling him to sit on the bench. We're going to run Pippen and Luke Longley for the remainder of the fourth quarter. He's going to look at you. It's like, stop playing. Put me back on the court.
Yeah.
And that's where the problem is. So, yo, Gerald, what's up, man? Talk to me. What's up with Derrick Henry?
Henry's going to become a Cowboy.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Where is this coming from?
It's already rumors. It's already out.
What is it? Come on, Gerald, talk to me.
They have a deal. They have a deal in the works. Now, talking to Henry about it right now.
Okay, so they're talking to him.
The deal only closed at this time.
Right. Okay, because you had free agency frenzy. You're right. This is the month of free agency frenzy. Good job. So my hopes are dashed. We'll see what happens. I don't know if he'll fall through because let's see what.
Well, Joe, is that wishful thinking or is that going to be true?
Oh, Lou said that's not true. He said that's wishful thinking.
I think it's going to be true. Okay.
Yeah, because Tony Pollard.
I wouldn't think it's true.
Hold on. One at a time. One at a time. Let Gerald first, and then we'll go with Lou.
Because Tony didn't show anything this year. And everybody knows Dallas needs that bruiser of a running back. And Henry is that type of running back. He loves to bruise people.
Well, here's I have a problem with that signing of Derrick Henry for you guys, because if you look at the running back in Tony Pollard, you have a really good running back in Tony Pollard who can give you 1,000 yards rushing in 2 years. So you really don't have a really bad running back. You have a really outstanding, capable running back who can go between the gap, A and B gap, and give you a first down and more. So you're wanting to get Derrick Henry because he gives you a better chance of what? A touchdown?
Red zone offense.
You could get that with Tony Pollard. Pollard gives you a red zone offense.
I'm going to get Pollard is playing Christmas. Pollard is a free agent.
That's what I'm saying. You let go. You let go of somebody who's capable of giving you practically what? I think about 6.4 yards per rush every single time, and then you want somebody to give you what, 7? Both. Don't get me wrong. Both numbers are good, but you want the home run hitter versus the patient guy.
Well, look at it this way. Remember when Dallas had Ezekiel Elliott? They could punch him.
Oh man, we don't bring Zeke in here. Zeke is old. He lost burst. He's like a grandma trying to grab a purse.
I'm not going to say that grandma.
Okay, not like that. Not like that, coach. Not you. Okay.
Zeke is still good. Hey, I might be a grandma, but buddy, I can move.
Well, you move better than Zeke. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. Grandma should not be used in the conversation. I apologize, folks.
We did what? We let our number 2 running back go?
No.
Yeah, Tony Pollard is gone. Tony Pollard is now in free agency.
Gallup is gone.
Yeah, Gallup is definitely gone. Yep.
Gallup didn't do much.
What?
Yes, you did.
What are you talking about? Gerald, come on, man.
He didn't play
many games.
Gerald,
Yeah,
he
nobody-
played in
Well, they
6
didn't
games,
allow
bro.
them to play. That's their crazy, you know.
Gerald, listen, man. Z is not Zeke, but Gallup played in 6 games, including 2 against us. He played in he also played he played in that game? Wait a minute. He played in the one against the Buffalo Bills. He also played the one in the 49ers game. Yeah, he played in the majority when you needed to win, when you needed that first down. Yeah.
But like I was getting ready to say about Zeke, you know, when Zeke was with Dallas, we could get him the end zone on running plays.
Zeke had lost his burst, man.
Yeah, he did.
Zeke was not the same Zeke of 4 years ago. Zeke knew he had either tweaked his knee or he just didn't feel like, that speed was there no more. When he knew that speed has gone, he started saying, you know what? Dallas didn't deserve me. I need that 100 mil. And you know what Jerry Jones did? He hopped out right his chair. It's like, listen, bring me that checkbook.
Merry Christmas.
Yep. Bring me that. He did. You know what? No, hold on. You know what? This is so funny. Yo, this is so funny because, Steve just brought that up because during Christmas, Zeke always hop in the charity bowl in the Salvation Army bar. So when he goes Merry Christmas, he jumped right in there. But go ahead.
Honestly, I've got to say, honestly, as far as Dallas, as far as they went, I would have been proud of them. Not.
Oh, I am. I'm
Yeah.
proud of the boys.
Yeah, because
a seven-round team.
they went.
Hold on. One at a time, Steve. Let Coach talk first, and then you next.
Go ahead, Coach. Go ahead, Coach. Then I got his brother.
You don't want to
Yeah.
hear me.
Now, go ahead.
No, I'm serious. When the owner of the Cowboys started in, and the team was sitting there, and they looked so bad, so forlorn. It just broke my heart because they really, they went far in my book. They did compared to the other years.
But what I'm so sick of is getting to the playoffs and get out in the first and second round. I'm getting sick of that every year.
Well, here's the thing with that. Their record proves that they wasn't good enough. They were good in the regular season, but their record was 1-4 again under Mike McCarthy. And the reason why is because Mike McCarthy is a passer by nature. He is not a runner. He has the same philosophy as Andy Reid. There's no running. There's only 10% running, 90% passing, and you wasn't going to win the game, especially with the unit that you had on the field. You had CeeDee Lamb, you had Dak Prescott. That's about it. The tight end sucked.
And everybody knows I'm a true Cowboy fan. I love my Cowboys, but Dak is not the quarterback for us.
Well, I mean, listen, Go ahead, Lou.
You know what happened on Facebook and stuff? I mean, no offense. I see so many Cowboy fans with cuss words and hitting TV sets and breaking down.
You saw YouTube?
It made me happy.
Yo, let's be real, okay? There was a lot of Dallas Cowboy fans on YouTube that went straight to YouTube instead of going to Dallas Cowboys Nation on DallasCowboy.com. They went right to YouTube and they were burning jerseys. They were putting middle fingers up at the jersey.
I got a message for all the fan weather Cowboy fans. If you don't want the jerseys, get hold of me on Facebook Messenger. I would send you my address. You can send them to me.
Man, you ain't gonna keep all those jerseys. You ain't gonna keep none of those jerseys, Gerald. Stop doing that. You're gonna have a big hole in one of them, and they're like, "Whoa, I didn't want this one."
You know, I tell you how loyal I am to my.
You know, you don't want.
I can tell you how loyal I am to my Cowboys. I got a Dak Prescott jersey.
Hold on, see.
Hanging up in my closet.
There you go.
Well, we're not saying that you're. Wait. We're not saying that you're not devoted, Gerald. We're saying that when you ask for another human being's jersey, they're not going to give it to you and clean it up and like, okay, here you go. They're going to give it to you as is, ripped. Took the P off of Prescott. Now it looks like Rescott, and then it's going to say Dallas Cowboys. You're going to have the star, and it's missing a point. Now it looks like an alien just came in and ate something. You know, you don't want something like that.
That's true. That's true.
An alien ate something.
Yeah, well, hey, you don't. I'm listening. Look, I'm pretty sure. Like when Chase Young left, there was a lot of people that were discouraged, but they wasn't mad at Chase Young. They were mad at Ron Rivera. So there was not really anybody who was saying, "Oh, I want a Ron Rivera jersey." It was sacrilegious. If you would have said Ron Rivera jersey, they would turn the other way. So that's my point. You don't want. It's like when LeBron went to Cleveland and left and went to Miami.
Ron Rivera's shirt or jersey, and if they want to say something to me, tell them, bring it. Bring it.
Well,
bring it.
They're not going to go to you because you holding a cactus.
Because when LeBron was when he was with some school kids, he talking about he's taking his talents to Miami, right? Everybody burned his jerseys like crazy.
They were burning it in stoves. They were burning it in barbecue grills. They were throwing it over in the ocean. They even slingshot it off of a building. That was pretty fun. I ain't never seen a jersey can fly like that.
In the ocean.
I was like, wow.
It was horrible. It was so horrible. It was horrible. He would never. They would never welcome him in Cleveland again.
Yeah, that is awful, man.
They never. That's why they didn't say come back.
Fans breaking their TVs.
Oh, now that one was funny. I'm not gonna lie, that was funny.
TV to me, they can send it to me. I don't.
No, here's the thing. Here, okay, so the one I saw is when the 49ers beat Dallas. One dude said no, took his right fist, punched through the screen. His girl's laughing at him. He was like, then he takes out a pistol. Excuse me, folks. Don't do this at home. Then he goes and starts firing at the TV, going, now what? I'm like, are you holding a gun inside your house, sir? Why are you doing that in front of the game? Your kid's looking at you like, Daddy going crazy.
You know, look how many times the Cowboys let me down. You don't see me throwing stuff at my TV.
I agree. And that's why you're the most sensible, reasonable person. I'm talking about the ones that are not so reasonable, who's poisoning the well of the fans that you call and hope call the Cowboys, and they're just going ham. I'm pretty sure if I ever saw a YouTube video, I hope this doesn't happen, but I was hoping to see a flamethrower being torched on everything, just burned down his house. I'm like, yo, that's a really devoted fan right there.
Lord.
You know, and look at the Washington fans.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't break TVs when y'all lose.
Well, no, we do something totally different. We don't.
No, but I'll tell you one thing, little lady. When I'm on and I'm reading, I don't care what, DMV Sports Show, I am never in my life seen so much. And I can't cuss them back, but I want to give them a lot of cactus food, man. I want to see sideways and rotate it, and I can't. I'm like, geez.
You know what, Coach? We're going to plug you in. If you want Coach to send you a cactus, we're going to have you email me, use my Facebook, and just send me your address. And Coach will send you a huge cactus to sit on. So just Just be careful what you wish for.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be rotated. Too.
No, don't rotate. No, we don't want no rotated gifts. We don't want no rotated gifts being sent to you. Trust me, that's not something you should be happy about.
I was going to say something, but this is a family show. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's not say anything that would get me banned. All right. So, and so let's.
Rasul,
Yeah.
Don't you think Washington should get back to running the ball?
Absolutely. That's why I advocated for Derrick Henry, because Derrick Henry is the strong runner who can run on both the C gap and A gap more effectively. Don't get me wrong. I want a Antonio Gibson to be here because he does the same thing.
Yeah, I do too.
I like. See, I have said this before, and this I said this when Jay Gruden was here, and he was like, "No, why would I do that?" Because it's the truth. When you average 6.4 yards per rush, you are unable to be stopped by the defender because they will scheme and scheme and scheme, but they will fall short because you are on fire. It's like playing a game, a PlayStation 4 game in an NFL live game, and you're running the football and you average 6.4 yards per rush. That means that offense is clicking all cylinders. That means you are trying to defend 2 wide receivers and a slot guy. You also defending the tight end. You cannot, because you don't know where the ball is going to get. You either hand it off or you throw it to your tight end for a first down. That's why I thought. Go ahead.
Speaking of Washington, I don't know if y'all heard this or not, but this is for the Washington fans. They're being sued by the Native American Association.
Well, why is that?
I'm sorry. Why?
For not keeping the Redskin name.
Well, here's the thing about that. Wait, I want to come. I want to come out. No, hold on. That is true.
The chief that was on their helmets, that is a real chief.
Here,
and that was like acknowledging the Redskins for being real people.
Here's where.
They are.
Hold on. This is true, but there's a problem with his lawsuit, and I hate to say it, because that is a trademark that would expire at a certain time. I think it was 2 years ago. It expired because of the Native Americans in Denver. They protested, and the Native Americans in other states, and they protested.
They wanted out.
Exactly. So therefore, they can't sue the commanders of the Washington Redskins back then because of the fact the trademark expired, and then they had this whole thing about renaming the organization. So they cannot do that. What they should do is sue the people who told them to not have it there. So the commanders are not at fault here. So I'm pretty sure that
but then again, it's a double-edged sword.
Not necessarily. I mean, because the commanders will have the edge, because they had to relinquish the name because they said it was racist. So therefore,
what I mean by that. That's what I mean by that. Go ahead, Coach.
And that's just like with the Chiefs and all the Seminoles with the college.
Exactly.
There's so many, and it's like, well, they can do it. Why can't we?
Exactly.
That's what happened with
seriously.
That's exactly right. That's what happened with the Cleveland Indians. They had to change their name to the Cleveland Guardians. So they had to fall in line with it. The only teams that didn't do it is the Chicago Blackhawks. They keep their name. The Arizona Diamondbacks, not Diamondbacks. What is that one called? I just had it in my head. What you say, Lou?
No.
The Cardinals, Coyotes.
The Cardinals. No, the Cardinals is a bird. The Coyotes are animals, and I'm trying to remember. There was Blackhawks and there was Another one.
Oh,
The
I know what you're
Seminoles.
talking about.
The,
I can see the name, but I can't.
no, it's the Seminoles, and then it was the Chiefs. Those two did not change their names. They're supposed to, but their organization said no, keep the name. They're not going to change it, right?
Well, yeah, the Chiefs have won, and look how they're putting them on the map, man.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. The 49ers and the Chiefs Super Bowl, it was a little bit far-fetched for me because, the 49ers could have won that in the fourth quarter, and they just buckled under pressure. But we're not going to get into that because it's a long show.
49ers were tired at the fourth quarter.
Towards the fourth. Listen,
I've always done that. I picked the Chiefs.
I know you did.
3 times I got every one of them.
And
I said, who's the smartest? Hello.
And
Coach is never going to let me get this down. She is.
Mahomes and a Super Bowl Mahomes are dangerous.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. So congrats to Coach made her picks, and she won all 3 playoff games. Hats off to you, Coach, for doing that. I appreciate you. But, I still say that, the 49ers could have won at the end, but we're not going to rehash that because I don't want to get hurt. But, all right, so moving forward.
They just ran out of gas.
Yeah, they just ran out of gas. That's it.
Yeah, they did. I could tell.
All right,
They forgot to gas up at halftime.
They needed to gas up, man.
Well, folks, we got a lot to get to. Like I told you, this is a lot of sports that just hit. I'm glad we're going with, the Commanders. We're going to talk about the Wizards. Now, the Wizards just won against the Hornets, Charlotte Hornets, 112-100. I still don't think this team should have Denny and Bilal because look at what they did. Yes, Denny had a double-double, doesn't mean squat. They won their 10th game and lost 58. It doesn't mean they should celebrate over his double-double. It doesn't make sense to me. And then Bilal, yeah, he shot a 3. Whoop-de-doo. I can shoot a 3. I can have a double-double. You don't see me celebrating. You know why? Because I'm not in the game. This team is not as what they should be. This team should have never let John Wall and Bradley Beal go. Beal is actually excelling as a Sun now. I'm proud of him. John Wall, I think he's still a Clipper. I think he's, sitting on the bench, but at least he's there, I think this is what I said about our sports culture. We give away our stars to other teams so they can flourish. And it just proves my point. Look what's happening with the Lakers. The Lakers had Rui Hachimura. Rui Hachimura just scored, 30 points against the Bucks. Dame was almost going to win it, but they lost at the end, and Lakers took that one. Look at what's happened with Daniel Gafford. He was with the Wizards. Now he's with the Dallas Mavericks. He's actually excelling in that game. Look at what's happening with John Wall and Bradley Beal. Do I need to say more? I don't think so.
Well, you could look at the Detroit Pistons championship team.
Oh, don't go. You're going to hurt my heart there. Don't do that.
Away.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, all 5 players away, and all 5 of them won the championship 2 years later. I'll never forget that.
Bro, that hurt me so much when Rich Hamilton hosted up that trophy. I'm like, you used to be a Wizard. I still have nightmares about that. I don't want to do it here. But anyway.
All 3 of them. Wallace, Ben.
Yes.
Greg.
Yes.
All 5 of them. He treated all 5 of them. And then what he do? He picked a scrub from high school and stuff. And he played poor, and then he shipped it to the Lakers. And then he want to play games.
Let me also add on to that there, Steve. You bring Michael Jordan out of retirement to be on the time. Don't get me wrong. I wanted Michael to be here, but he wasn't in his prime. He was on the back end of his life. He was like, yeah, after this, I'm not going to do no more. Okay. You don't want to stay? Oh, man, this is going to be bad. Then you're going to draft Kwame Brown. Anybody else other than Kwame Brown You could have drafted a whole bunch of other people, but you select Kwame Brown. Wow, that's horrible. Why? What did he do? Nothing. And then what Kwame Brown to this day hates? The Wizards. He does not like the Wizards. He even hated Michael Jordan. What?
Yeah, he said it every day.
That is insane. Why? And then here's another fun fact, folks. Here's another great fun fact. You have LeBron James, owner, Magic Johnson, commander owner, folks. And we're the laughing stock in the NBA. And we're now here in the NFL rebuilding like the Wizards are.
Don't say that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Coach. Coach, you and me know when we start seeing another regime change and people on their way out, either they are fed up or they getting kicked out.
Hey, why is Chase Young on free agent?
Because they don't want
on a 1-year deal.
Exactly. So he only had a 1-year deal, and they don't want him back. So either if we sign him back, guess what? He wants a big deal. If he doesn't come back, he's going to go to another team. He might shine. This is what I've been saying our culture is. I'm so fed up with our culture having teams.
We should have never let him go.
I said that, and you said that. Guess what? You know who's actually living the life right now? Montez Sweat in Chicago. He's he's sitting right there. Oh, he's sitting right there at a pizza restaurant right now talking about, I love this team.
I did see that they wanted to bench Chase on the Super Bowl, but he was out there playing and he was doing great.
Well, they didn't see. No, he wasn't rushing Patrick Mahomes like he wanted that they wanted him to. Nick Bosa wasn't even doing it. That's what I don't understand. Why are you blaming Chase? Nick Bosa is your star. Why is he chasing after Patrick Mahomes? You know why? They were double teaming Bosa, and they had to do was single tackle Chase. That's it. That's how they won. That's how they won. That's how they got down the field. They did that the whole entire third and fourth quarter. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. It's game over.
Chase should come back home.
He should, but he's not. He's not.
Yeah, he does. Steve, I'm with you, man.
He should come back home.
He needs to come back home.
Because the girls got rid of him. So you have a whole new regime. They said, you know what? Come back home. We'll give you some money, and then with our pick, we'll throw that offensive line.
Okay. Let me do this. I'm gonna put this idea in your head, and you tell me if I'm right or wrong. This situation reminds me of LeVar Arrington. Am I right? Or am I wrong?
You're correct.
Exactly, because he ain't coming back. As much as I wanted LeVar Arrington back, he ain't coming back. Chase, he does not like this organization. What did he say when he arrived in 49ers? He said, I'm glad I'm with winners. Wow, that's a gut cut.
Well, it doesn't make sense because when he got there, he was sad.
Of course he was sad. Not only him, but Montez Sweat was upset. He didn't want to leave. He wanted to set that tone that next year I'm gonna bring the heat. I'm liking this guy.
I'm gonna light it up, man.
Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and move forward. We got about 6 minutes left, 5 minutes left actually. So Maryland Terrapins, they lost to Indianapolis Hoosiers, Indiana Hoosiers. It was horrible. They had it tied and they let it go. Excuse me. And they let it go and Hoosiers won. Now they're going against Penn State. Hopefully they can make the tournament. If not, they're not going nowhere. Let's see. The Chicago Blackhawks are taking on the Capitals. The Capitals are 29-23. One more game, and they should be in the playoffs, probably 7, 8 seed, one of the two. DC United.
South Carolina beat Tennessee.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
can you believe it?
No, I cannot. But shout out to the Maryland Terrapin women beating the number 1 seed, Ohio State. It was flares. The coach punched the referee almost. And it was awesome. I was like, yo,
a mini me right there.
Nah. I want to see a fight. And I want to see on the women's side and see what happens. And and the reason why I want to see it, because it's the most funniest thing. Because when the coaches come out and protest, they come out in the middle of the court, and the referee, what are you doing? Technical foul on the coach. He's in the middle of the court, and he goes, "Yeah, I am. Now what? What you gonna do?" I'm like, "Okay, all right, let me get the popcorn. Wait a minute." So. All right, we got 4 minutes, so let's keep it forward. So DC United is starting the right soccer season off of the right foot. They're 1-1. They're actually pretty good this year. DC Defenders are actually starting to defend their division title, but they lost to the Sea Dragons for the championship, so they're going to try to get back there again. All right, folks, we got 4 minutes, so we're going to go around the horn right now. NFL draft number 2. Who do the Commanders take? We'll start with Lou and end with Gerald. If Marion, let's see, Marion, you want to participate? No, she's eating. Okay, all right, all right. Go, Lou. Go, Steve.
And maybe a Sea Dragon too.
Okay. All right. What you think, Steve? What do you think that the Commanders are going to select?
They're going to go with
Daniels? Okay, because
they want to do the running too.
They kept saying, I think it was 10 Cent Moss and Smoot said that we're going to go with Drake May.
Yeah, I saw that, but Daniels, I believe, has been shown more. And I'm hoping,
I'm still torn. Lou, help me out. I'm torn, man. What's going on? Who are the Commanders going to pick it to?
I'm going to agree with what Steve said.
Okay. Gerald, what do you think, man?
I'm going to take quarterback. I'm going to fly out on a limb here and say either J.J. McCarthy from Michigan, Michael Penix Jr.
He's going on. He's gambling. All right, I see you, Gerald. Miriam, what you think? Okay, you still eating. No worries. I think I will go with. I'm torn between Michael Penix and Joe Militant III because both of them.
Has anybody put his his ability in front of those? Never mind.
But no, go ahead. Say what you got to say.
I'm serious. What you're talking about? What is it? Milton the third.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to put him out there so they'll open their eyes.
Well, that's why they got Pro Day. Pro Day is supposed to display all their talents in their real, actual, live throwing motion and all that. So they have all the scouts in the back watching them. So with that being said, time is up. 7:00, folks. I want to thank Steve, Coach, Lou, Gerald. Thank you for coming in, and Miriam. Thank you for coming in and make this show great. Without you guys, I'm just staring at the wall. So with that being said, you're human first. Everything second, you're conquerors by definition. So go conquer your dreams because it's out there for you to achieve. I want to thank everybody. Have a great weekend because, it's raining right now, but it's going to be raining on Sunday too. So just sit in or just enjoy the rain or do something. I don't know. But listen, have a great day and just live your life the way you want it. And I'm out. All right. All right. You woke up. Okay. You finished eating. Well, the show's over. All right. God bless everybody.
Take care.
You too.
Have a good time, man.
You too.
God bless.
And as for you guys, thank you for calling in and thank you for coming in and watch me. See you next Saturday where we talk about the Commanders, the Wizards, Baltimore Orioles, and DC United and Capitals as well. So be safe and we're out. Peace. Is that you? Wing B, is that pin back and 010? I don't know what that means. All right.